John is about to receive his first research paper. It's on environmental impact. First, John begins to think about ground pollution and the pollution sources that affect the mountains and the forest. But he doesn't like that idea, so he then decides to start to think about air pollution and the sources that affect breathing air and atmosphere. But John quickly doesn't like that idea either. So the next thing he thinks about is water pollution. How pollution sources affect our lakes, well water, river, and oceans. But he's not sure if he wants to do that idea either. Before you know it, John has a bunch of ideas jumbled up in his head. John freaks out. This will never do. John needs a way to organize his thoughts, and a mind map will do just that. A mind map allows a person to organize their thoughts, draw visual connections between thoughts, and narrow or broaden a topic. A web application tool known as Popplet allows you to make a mind map. John enters his central idea, which is in this case environmental impact. Then he begins to think about all the things that affect environmental impact. John quickly goes back to his original idea about water pollution. We can see that John thinks that oil causes pollution in lakes, rivers, and oceans and well water. But if John was to do a research paper on oil and water pollution, it's too broad of a topic. There'd be too many articles to sift through. John needs to narrow down his topic even more from this. What John needs to think about is what causes the oil pollution. Things like fracking, or possibly the BP oil spill. These would be very narrow topics for John to do a research paper on. Next, we may want to focus on what might affect the BP oil spill or fracking. For instance, government regulation and corporate practices. Now we can select one of the two topics and search for information. I'm going to choose fracking and government regulation. But what happens if I don't find any information about fracking? What am I going to do? I'm going to go back to my mind map and choose another topic that I narrowed down, such as BP oil spill. Once again, I hope the mind map can show you how you take a clouded, disorganized bunch of ideas, organize your thoughts, visually connect those ideas, and narrow your focus on the topic to do your research paper.